Welcome to day 4 of the challenge. So today you need a hardcover book or a yoga block. And I am actually going to be using a block therapy block because this is today's method, and I don't have a hardcover book or a yoga block. So you use whatever you have at home. If you have a hardcover book, obviously need to be quite thick. And a towel. So we are going to start with the towel. We will fold it, and this is a method to start to work deeply with our fascia, with adhesions and scar tissue in our core and pelvic floor. So let's take the towel and fold it right in the middle. And one more time. And one more time, depending on the size of your towel. And it may be that you want a smaller towel than this one because it will be too painful with this big one. So I'll guide you through it, and you can just pause at any time to adjust so this wonderful technique works for you. Now I will fold it 2 times. So this will be, it will end up being a third of what it is right now. So 1 time and then 2 times. And now it is this shape. Okay, we're gonna start with the belly because in block therapy, one of the main principles is to warm up the diaphragm and start the circulation in the body from this whole area. And we'll do that by putting this towel right underneath our belly button. So we try to keep our belly button in the center of the towel. Okay, so anyway you want to get there, you put the belly on the towel. So let's start with taking a breath here. Just inhaling through the nose. Maybe you want to close your eyes. And exhaling gently through the mouth or the nose, whatever feels good for you. And it may be that you feel a lot here. A lot of sensations, a lot of pain. You know, it may even be hard for you to breathe. And that's the sign that you want to adjust. You want to maybe remove the towel. For some people, actually, just being on the floor is enough to feel that pain in the body. We are actually looking for pain, but not too much of pain. So it's a balance. We need to be able to breathe calmly through the exercise for it to work. We can't force fascia to dissolve or melt or becoming fluid again. We need to work slowly, gently with the body and with the breath. So if you feel that the body is open to receiving more pressure, you can lower down completely and maybe even put your head down on your hands on the floor. You can even have a pillow close by. And now you start to breathe into the bottom of the lungs. And for many people, after just a few breaths here, the pain will start to decrease. And it's a more comfortable pain arising. So what we are doing right now, if we breathe in a relaxed way and stay here for 3 minutes, we will start to melt the fascia or melt adhesions and scar tissue. So hard areas in the fascia, and make them more fluid, create more circulation. And through that, healing will arise. because if the cells don't get what they need, they won't function properly. And that's the perspective that we are working from. So you continue to breathe. Slowly, gently. Good. So last breath. Gently, slowly. And we're going to slowly, on an exhale, come out of the position. And we are having a couple of options now. We're going to move the focus to the pubic bone, the front side of the pelvis. So what I want you to do is, if the towel was really a lot now for you in the belly, I suggest you just move the belly, the towel down, and you put your pubic bone on top. And this can be intense. If it's good, you stay here. If you do not feel that much, you can take your hardcover book or your yoga block, and you can use this and put the pubic bone directly. Another way to do it, which is kind of in between both ways, is to put the towel on top of the book or yoga block. So you can experiment. You pause this video if you need to really find where are you and where is beneficial for you to work, because if we force the body to be doing something that it's not open to, we may make things worse rather than supporting the body to function well again. So I am, as you can see, on top of the block now with the pubic bone, and this is intense. I am quite used to this exercise, so I feel I can handle this with that relaxed breath. And I can feel the pain in the pubic bone. This is more pointy pain than in the stomach for me. And usually what happens is that the fascia is grabbing onto bones. So the fascia usually is kind of misled by our posture, by our lifestyles, by many things. And it forms in an imbalanced way and grabs onto any bone that it finds along the way. So usually the bony parts are more painful because it's many layers of fascia there grabbing onto the bone, trying to hold up the body in an imbalanced way. So let's focus on the breath. And again, if you want to lay down, you can do that. That will probably change the position of the pubic bone a little bit, which is completely fine. Any angle that you feel subtle pain in, you can work as long as you're breathing in a relaxed way. So a few more breaths here. And you can adjust the positioning. So if you feel being on the elbows was more fruitful for you, please go ahead and take that position. And on an exhale, we are slowly going to come off this position too. The last position that we will be doing today is a straddle. So depending on the book or the yoga block that you have, you will need this for this position. Just the towel won't really do it. So you can place the block or the book on the higher side or on the lower side. You can also do this on a chair if the floor is not accessible for you. So then you just, of course, you have the feet on the ground and you place the block or the book on top of the chair. And here you want to place the front side of the pelvic floor onto the block. And again, if it's too painful directly, you can just use the towel, and this will also create a lot of sensations. So don't go too hard. This is, for many of you, the first time that you try this type of work, and there are many chances to go deeper in the future. So it's better to start slowly, to let the body get used to the new type of sensations and work that we are doing. So you just want to sit here and breathe, just observing. And if it's not creating any specific sensations, you can also come all the way up. That will create more pressure toward the sitting bones. So rather than in front by the pubic bone, this will be more towards the sitting bones. And you can work anywhere. If you apply this on a weekly basis, I would recommend you to cover different areas in each position. So you move around slowly, finding new spots, and you stay and breathe for 3 minutes in each position. And you can do this anywhere on the body. Anywhere that you feel tight, feel restriction, maybe you feel you're asymmetrical in the sides of the body, you can work with this to release the fascia, the grip of the fascia that has so many times developed over many years, or through an accident, through childbirth, through emotional traumas. There are so many things that affects our fascia and kind of get it stuck and hard, and we want to dissolve that. So breathe deeply into the lungs, relax the whole body, and let's take 3 more deep breaths here. And slowly, after the last exhale, you open your eyes. On the next exhale, you can just move slowly, and this can feel, quite much. So just take it slowly, coming off your tool, and great work today.